Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Get Play Soon. Also, welcome to the episode 37 of Leetcode SQL 50 Challenge. Leetcode SQL 50 Challenge is a challenge where we are solving 50 topmost must-to-do SQL queries for interviews. The 50 questions are from various topics. Now, under the topic subqueries, we are going to solve the last problem, that is Department Top Three Salaries problem, which is Leetcode hard level problem. Okay, so this is the last problem that we are solving in the subqueries concept. Earlier we have solved so many problems under so many topics, so if you haven't watched them, then make sure you watch them. Now, getting started with this problem, Department Top Three Salaries, we basically have two tables here. The first table is employee table. It has employee details like employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee department ID. Okay, now we have another table called department. The common thing is ID, which is the department ID. So employees working in which department basically. Okay, here you can see the department ID and the name. Okay, now let's look at the question. A company's executives are interested in seeing who earns the most money in each of the company's department. So we have various department in this department table and we have employee details. We have to figure out the top 3 employees under each and every department. Okay. A high earner in department is an employee who has a salary in the top 3 unique salaries for the department. Okay, so we are supposed to write a solution, find the employees who are high earners in each department. So basically, let's look at this example and understand. We have employee table and we have department table. What are the departments we have? One is IT department and the other is sales department. IT department is 1, sales department is having ID 2. Now first look at IT department first. A lot of people are from IT department. Joe and all these 4 are from IT department. Now we are supposed to find out the top 3 highest earning people, right? So if you see here, the highest value of one is 90,000 by max. Okay, for ID 1, highest value is max. So max 90,000 we'll put in the output. Under one department, what is the second highest? You can see 85,000 with Joe. So Joe with 85,000. Similar salary, this other guy Randy, who is also from the department IT, who is also having the same 85,000 like Joe. So this is a tie between Joe and Randy. We will consider it as second highest earning thing only. We will not consider Randy as third person. We want top 3 salaries. That's why we will mention one more person. Other than 85, what is the next highest? Under department 1 is 70,000 by Will. So Will be mentioned here. So these are the top 3 salaries from the IT department. 90,000, 85,000, 2 people and 70,000. Okay. Now speaking about the sales department, we have only 2 things. Only 2 people, 80,000 and 60,000. We don't have third highest. That's why these 2 people we are going to mention here anyway. Okay. Only Janet is the one we are not mentioning because Janet earns only 69,000, which doesn't comes under the top 3 in the IT department. That's why we will exclude this in the output. Now just look at the output. Output has 3 columns: department, employee and salary. Okay, and it is clearly mentioned that the return the result table in any order, so it doesn't matter. So the rows, if you're mentioning IT department first or if you're mentioning sales department first, doesn't matter. Now I hope you understood the example. Now let's talk about the code. This problem comes under the subquery concept. That's why we are using subquery here. Now let's start from the beginning. Whatever things you were supposed to mention in the output, you will be putting it in the select statement. So we have department, employee and salary. So department, employee and salary we are putting under the select statement. Department, what are we putting? Here in this table you can see we are having the department ID. We don't have department name. But in the output you can see department name is there. So where do we get this department name column? From this table, right? Because we have this column. The name column from the department table. So D.name and we'll put the column name as department. So D stands for department table and E stands for employee table. Next, employee column we need employee name. Where is that present? It is present in the name column of employee table. So E.name as employee. Next we have salary. Where do we have salary? We have salary from the employee table. That's why E.salary as salary. E.salary as salary. So this is how we mention in the output. From where are we selecting? We are selecting from D and E, right? So from the employee table, for easy, we'll keep the shortcut as E, and department table, the shortcut is D. Now you can see here that we are joining the tables. Why we are joining the tables? Because here we need department names. But in this table, we don't have department names. We have department ID. We can connect to the department names using this department table. So we have to join these two. Why we are joining? So that we can retrieve the department names along with the employee details. That's why we are joining employee join department. Whenever we are joining the tables, we are supposed to mention on what basis we are joining the tables. So therefore, we are joining these two tables on E dot department ID is equals to D dot ID. Basically, we are mentioning this column and this column. So these two columns are same. So we are joining based on these two columns. So for everyone it is IT, every two it is sales. Till here I'm sure you have understood it. Now comes the where clause. We are supposed to figure out the top 3 earning salary people, right? That's why to get that, so we are going to write a subquery to determine if an employee's salary is within the top 3 salaries of the department or not. To figure out if the employee salaries is within the top 3 or not, what we are doing, we just count the number of unique salary values present. So why are we doing distinct is, here you can see Joe and Randy are having similar salary. That's why we want to see what are the unique salary values. So to find that, to get that number, so we'll do select count distinct salary. Salary is the column name. From where? From employee and E2. So E2 is basically the alias we are creating. It's just like the secondary instance for comparison. I'll show you where it helps. So here we are selecting unique salaries where E2 dot department ID is equals to E dot department ID. So basically we are comparing in the same place. But what happens is we are comparing the same table with the same table. That's why for easy comparison between the rows, we will create this E2 alias. Okay. In the where clause, what we are doing is when we keep E2 dot department ID is equals to E dot department ID, what we are doing is we are filtering the salaries same department that is equal to the salary of current employment, and we are using the logical operator and because this condition should be true and this condition should be true. So the salary should be greater than the salary of current employee. So if E is the current employee, E here and here is a current employee, E2 is the thing that we are comparing. So it should be either equal or it should be either greater than or equal. So equal, what happens? Like Joe and Randy we will consider. That's why equal. If it is greater than, like more than Joe and Randy, like Max, we will consider. And if it is not equal or not greater than or equal, what is the case? Like Janet, which is less, we will not consider. What are we considering? Either equal salaries or greater than or equal salaries. Why we are putting department ID here? Because we need from the same department. We are only considering IT people with IT people and sales people with sales people only. And after getting all these things, we will put this less than or equal to symbol to ensure that only the top 3 unique salaries are selected. Okay, I hope you understood how we solve this problem. If you have any doubts, make sure you comment below. Thank you so much for watching till the end. We are just completed with all the problems under the subqueries concept. We are just left with one more topics in the Leetcode SQL 50 challenge. So yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.